In today's video, I want to get on to something that I have been avoiding for a while, my own minigame. You're probably thinking, you have a minigame? Yes, I do, and here's part of it right here. This is the control panel for it, or part of it. I'm planning on building more of it. This is just a little, I don't know what to call it. It's just a very small bit. It's not very useful as it is. I need a lot more control of this. So what's going on? I'm planning to have multiple game modes for this. This is mostly hide and seek, but I may make this be some other kinds of minigame madness, I don't know. But there are a few things to note that when this game is active, I need to make sure that certain things do not occur in my base. For one thing, this door. Okay, it's a little bit laggy at the moment. I don't know why. It might be have to do with there being people on, or it might be that I have maybe my sorting system running. I don't know if it's still running or not. Yep, my sorting system is running, so I'll be careful about what I do here. So that's one thing that's going to be disabled. When the game is running, no one is going to be allowed to leave. So that button will be disabled. A few other things will be disabled, including I think I want to disable the sorting system. I want to make sure that this does not run when the minigame is running. I have a passage here that will close off. That block right there will be pushed into the way when the game is running. I have a block over here. That block will be pushed in the way. Speaking of which, this goes to my skeleton farm. Stand in here and crouch. Crouch. There it is. And now we're on the way into my skeleton spawner farm. Now, we have a data pack on here. In case you don't know yet, the data pack allows you to have wool block ender pearl elevators. So if you're staying on a particular inactivated wool block, all you have to do is put down a wool, any color of your choice, and drop an ender pearl, and it activates the okay, particles in it, so I was wondering if it messed up. It activates the wool block, and if you do it at the correct location in the correct column above, it'll act like an elevator. So this right here, like I said, that block will be pushed out, so you can't get in here when the game is running. I don't want people to leave while the game is running because, well, that could lead to cheating and whatnot. No leaving the playing area while the game is running. No activating certain things. And right now today, that's what we're working on. Trying to make sure that things are not active while the game is running, plus some other game mode trickery. I'm gonna have to figure out redstone bits, which I like redstone, but it does intimidate me. I say this as if I have not developed 3 piston doors of my own. Not the best, but they are my own. So how does this work? When I press the button, some things happen. This piston gets extended. Redstone this way, onto this bit of wall. You may know the trick. When the wall is pushed into place, it will trigger it'll change the state of this wall, and down here into the dark. I have a warden that I've had here for a long time, and when that triggers, this block switcher will push soul sand over and bringing him all the way up to right below this water fountain. And I purposely put it here because in order to start the game, I want all the players to have a little bit of blindness. Everyone who is going to be seeking, whether it be one player or multiple players, they will be given the blindness, or not the blindness, but the darkness effect by the warden for just long enough, and then he will go down, and then once the darkness effect goes away, that'll be the cue for everyone to start running through and searching for the one person or the multiple persons who are hiding. And they will scatter throughout the castle, going this way, going that way. They might try to go out here, but they won't be able to get very far. Actually, if they do, the jump boost will also go away for other reasons. For not other reasons, for multiple reasons. If they get down here, well, this is just more of the play area. Now, they could theoretically escape out and get out in the water, but again, if that happens, I will know that they are cheating. Because, again, like I said, the portcullis will be closed. They shouldn't have access to their Elytra before the game starts. So that's eliminated. But when the portcullis is closed, they won't be able to get in. That will be the only way in and out on foot. They won't be able to swim in either because uh this will be eventually closed up. Why is that gap open? But this will be terraformed out here, blocking all the way around. They will not be able to get inside, swim up, and then find their way out through find their way in through maintenance passages and stuff. They will not be able to get in. So let's get started building and redstoning. What I want to work on right now, we'll see how much we'll be able to do. I want to make sure we can disable some more things. Let's get redstone out. I am going to need some pistons, possibly at least one, so I'll take that. Some repeaters, a lot of repeaters likely. So this is right here. This is my cobblestone farm with a TNT duper back there. Let's show you right here. El Mango's design, you may recognize it. Yeah. So this right here is one thing that I want disabled. I want to make sure that it does not turn on, that no one can turn it on. So what I plan, back in this corner right here, just across the hall from the sorting system, in this case is a slime piston column. I don't know if there's a technical term for it, if the technical community has come up with a name about this. This right here is one of the things that activates or deactivates certain things in my base. It's controlled not by the door. We just ran up through the door. Here's the redstone of the game. When it's activated, it will push this piston. It will make these pistons trigger, rather, all the way down and send the signal out various directions. This one goes to the front to close the portcullis. And let's see, where am I? I'm getting lost quickly. There's some of the redstone that will close the passageway to my mine. Some more redstone back here. Redstone going kind of everywhere. It's a little bit of a mess, but well, I should have done a little bit more better job organizing. Actually, okay, here's some other dead space. I think it would be better to pull off of this signal and then go that way around. That might be best. Let's get into the wall somewhere and work on that. Where is the redstone here? I was close. So that goes this direction. Now that goes, yeah, it does. So I can't pull it off of that. After, that's actually, what do the redstone do? Okay, so the redstone will come out of that, no problem. So that's good. Let's break that because I don't. Everything that the redstone goes on, I want to be bricks. Now, May not be the best practice to do it this way, but let's see. Okay, come on, I want to get under there like that. There we go. It's not exactly the best practice. Redstoners don't like to put it on other blocks like this, but I know what I'm doing. As long as I know what I'm doing, that'll be fine. So, yeah, it should be fine going this way. Can I sneak around this? A few more that way. One more. There we go. Yep. As expected. And this way. If I break this block now, that's water. So let's... Oh. Break that. That'll be fine. So... Okay, here we are. We are now in the room with the TNT Tuber. So, need to get in here. Can I just make a stairs? Oh shoot, there's redstone there, so I have to avoid that. I could do that. Maybe. Okay, give me the piston. Let's see if it can reach right here. There we go. Yeah, let me get a crafting bench out of here real quick. Okay. Air. That should be enough to trigger that. Let's make, nope, I can't make that jump. Uh, okay. If redstone came to here, that would trigger that. Ah. Okay, that'll look weird, but it's same amount of redstone, same redstone length. So let's break through here. Put a repeater. Well, first let's come in here. I need to see what the redstone length is, the power length is for when it's active, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, active up until this one, so... Now, repeater. Now, I learned this trick from someone, I forget who, but if you place blocks like this, now we're here. That block is not powered, the block redstone, or the dust, but doing that, that powers adjacent blocks, so it ends up powering the repeater, and you can put another block in between the repeater and the next redstone, and it still powers everything. So it's essentially it's two free redstone, and the signal still goes out that extra block. So I can't go that way, so I have to put a repeater here. Actually, no. Let's go that way. Yes. Let's put the repeater down here, actually. And another block there. Can I break that right? I can. Yes. No problem breaking that block. I keep breaking... Keep doing the wrong stuff. So, that comes in here. It is not interfering with the redstone of that. And yes, it's activating just like I wanted. So now, because of that, this is powered, which makes this not able to turn on. That is exactly what I want, so that's one thing off of the list. Now to get to... notice, the block is out of the way. Let's see. Can it even be accessed if you have Elytra and can do this? Yes, I can activate. So let's go ahead and jump up. Yeah, and it will put us here. But when people are playing the game, they won't have access to Elytras, like I said, so it's not important anyway. That block is covered. Now to this. That lever is down, which means that the redstone is powered all the way up into here. I need to figure out how to get power up to this. And again, there's a lot of jumbled mess up in here. So, need redstone halfway. There, okay. I can manage this. I can just pull off of that. I shouldn't have been too worried about that. Let's get inside. Right. Yes. Yes. I think that'll be it. Now, are there any items I've left in here? Okay, where's the dropper? Yes, there are some items, including some heads that I shouldn't have left in there. So let's come in here. Let's flip the lever for my storing system to try to turn it on. And it's not active because this redstone is turning it off. Yes. So I can't think of anything else in my base that I want disabled while the game is underway. So I think now all that I have to do is uh, add in the contraptions and the redstone bits to make the game actually work like I want it to. After recording that last clip, I realized I was largely overthinking and overcomplicating this thing. I realized that with hide and seek, both the regular hide and seek and the sardines version of the game, there's not really anything different as far as what I want from the redstone. So what I was originally intending was to put a lectern and book here and have a comparator read out a signal to change the game mode um, when you turn the page. But um, it's not really necessary, not that I have a whole lot of room in here anyway, now that I look in here, but it's not that important. Only if I add another game mode to it, like some other kind of game mode, some other kind of mini game to be played in this castle. That's the only reason that I would need to have a comparator, need to have different redstone stuff. But I am going to add something right now, which is what I have in my inventory here. I need to get in here. This area right here, if I do want to add bunch of redstone stuff, this right here is a good place for me to do it because there's plenty of space. But anyway, I need to build something here. This is basically the only spot that I could fit this contraption in, because there's the grass out here that I've already terraformed. I don't want to touch it again, so I've for all intents and purposes it's finalized, and I couldn't move it anywhere else in here. I couldn't move it down one block because that would interfere with the ceiling of the ballroom, so that had to stay there. So it had to be at this height. So what this is, let me go back up here, turn on the full height of it. This right here is to give the players some speed boost. This is going to be a speed beacon. It needs to be the full size beacon because to give it the speed 2 effect. I need that second effect involved so it can layer. And the timer up here I'll have to readjust this because the pistons here are interfering, but it'll be fine if I shorten up and have the redstone trail down. It'll be fine, no problem. So I'll readjust that and add this in, and it'll give certain players um, speed boost as they are playing. So let's go and build it up, and I can show you exactly what I want, what this is for afterwards. Alrighty, all built up. Let's see what happens when I press the button. I should be checking to see if... So something's working. I've already moved up the slime, slime thingy. So I did get the effect long before the darkness effect came in. I think that's what I want, because I want the speed to be applied and given to the players that are running away, who are hiding, and then the darkness effect goes away, and that's when the other players are supposed to be able to go. So let's check. You make sure that he is down. Okay. Yes, he is all the way down. I had to verify. Now I can press the button. That's the start of the game. Oh, and I got speed almost immediately, so that's very good. And then the darkness effect is going to come in when? Now. That'll give the player plenty of time to go start running and hiding in wherever they want before the darkness actually goes away. That is very good. Very good. I guess let's go ahead and turn it off now. No, I did not turn the darkness effect off by hitting that button. So that was a very simple job, and I'm not going to show you anything else at the moment. I would typically show something like this, but next part would be about specific hiding places, and I don't want to just reveal what those hiding places could be. I want the players, anyone who was going to be playing this game, I want them to discover these hiding places on their own. So I can't even work on them on screen in this case. So that's it. But I'm not going to end the video here. I'm going to send you off to a clip that I recorded a few days ago with Nephis. He was finally able to get back on. I kind of convinced him to get back on for a little bit. He's been busy elsewhere, but he got on so that he could see the prank that um, Swamp did at his base, and we can see what his reaction was. So, I'm going to see you there.
Okay. Oh. Can see you failed to keep things tidy while I was gone.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and funny thing, if you did spawn right by your bed, you would have been in the cobwebs. If on that side. So
Oh my god.
yeah. Is it not loading properly for me?
Is what?
I don't hang on. I need to make sure it's not loading in incorrectly. Okay, so it's not it is actually loading correctly. There's the E is missing for here, and the R is missing for roar for some reason. ER?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, or if you do remember if that was the reason. I remember after the tree was made, I made a comment about wanting to build a dinosaur.
What?
Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
No? I have.
Because I was looking at the tree while I was also listening to the Jurassic Park theme song because I had made that playlist, and so I was like, I want to build a dinosaur here now because I was just getting dinosaur Jurassic Park vibes with the tree being here.
That's amazing.
Zach remembered the comment.
Zach did. Okay.
Maybe if you were a real friend, you would have remembered too.
Rip. I'm leaving now.
Okay.
By the way, I should mention now before anyone gets confused, I record episodes a few weeks in advance to give myself a little buffer for if I have to go out of town for anything. I bring this up because that clip was recorded before episode 2 was released, which is where Swamp pranked me. So Nevis didn't have any knowledge that I gave Swamp his name. And as for who was next on the list and will be pranked next time, we might figure that out next week. But we're coming over here to one of the bedrooms that was created in a contest that I held a few months ago. Critter built one room, and this right here, I can reveal this without revealing any redstone based s- uh, any redstone based hiding places like I built. Critter built this. She had built she showed this to me when she built this, a hiding spot here. And if one thing that I don't remember if I did this or she did this, but if the door was closed and you were not able to get through here, it's hard to get to, but you have to make sure that you're not grabbing the pants here. Press the button and that'll allow you to escape. So that's kind of the idea for the hiding spots that I have all around my base. There are some things that where piston doors will open up, revealing hiding spots, and you have to do little small tasks to actually get into those hiding spots. It depends on where you want to hide in my base. And that is all for this episode as I walk through my courtyard out into my city. I'm going to do my outro right here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in another video in hopefully 2 weeks. So we'll see you. Goodbye.